the 12 participants. So let's wait for 5 to 10 more minutes. Let's other faculty to join the session. We will start the session soon. Thank you. Yes, faculty, a small thing I want to tell you. Just now I shared the files, Jupyter Notebook files that we work on now. So I request all of you to please download those files and keep those files on your desktop. Right. Just now I shared some files in a WhatsApp group like data.csv, imdb EDA underscore imdb dataset, pandas basics, numpy basics, imdb.csv. These are the files just now I shared in the WhatsApp group. I request all of you to please download those files and keep those files on your desktop. Yes, I hope it is clear to you all. I request all of you to please download those files and keep those files on your desktop.
लेवा पूजा
एस फैकल्टी गुड मॉर्निंग। अभी मैं व्हाट्सएप में कोई फाइल्स रखे थे, राइट। आई रिक्वेस्ट ऑल ऑफ यू टू प्लीज डाउनलोड दोज फाइल्स एंड आप वो फाइल्स आपके डेस्कटॉप में डाउनलोड सेव कर लीजिए। तो व्हाट्सएप में आई शेयर्ड सम फाइल्स, तो प्लीज वो फाइल्स आप डाउनलोड कर लीजिए एंड कीप दोज फाइल्स इन योर व्हाट्सएप इन योर डेस्कटॉप। Hello, once again, good morning to all. We will start the session now. So let's other faculty to join the session meanwhile. So जो भी है faculty, now we will start the session. Right. I hope I am clear, right, Mukta?
Yes, yes.
Yes,
You
thank
can
you, ma'am.
start.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Yeah. So before going to start, let me introduce myself first. I am Abdul Aziz from Master 10 from EduNet Foundation. So today I am going to take a session on these FDP on AI, right? So today we will be covering on this NumPy, pandas, data analysis by using pandas. देन हम मशीन लर्निंग के कॉन्सेप्ट्स जो है वो क्लासिफिकेशन एंड द रिग्रेशन, हाउ टू इम्प्लीमेंट दोज थिंग्स, वो सब आज हम देखेंगे, राइट। सो आई रिक्वेस्ट ऑल ऑफ यू टू प्लीज इंटरेक्ट विथ अस, राइट। आपको जो भी डाउट है प्लीज हमको बता दीजिए। सो वी आर हियर टू हेल्प यू ऑन दीज थिंग्स, राइट। As it is a virtual section, ये तो virtually हो रहा है section, right? So it is very difficult to understand how much you people are understanding. आपको कितना समझ में आ रहा है ये तो हमको नहीं पता हो रहा है, right? So we are able to see only these circles on the screen like DS, NS, CS. These kind of names we will be able to see on the screen actually, frankly speaking. So उससे ज्यादा हमको कुछ भी नहीं पता हो रहा है यहाँ पे, राइट। सो इट्स अ हम्बल रिक्वेस्ट फ्रॉम आवर साइड इज दैट, सो आपको कोई कुछ भी कहीं भी आपको डाउट हो तो प्लीज हमको बता दीजिए, वी विल ट्राई टू हेल्प यू, राइट। सो दिस इज माय हम्बल रिक्वेस्ट फ्रॉम माय साइड. So again, before going to start the section, let's walk on the LMS first, okay? So हम कल ही आपको बता दिए थे that LMS is very important, so to get the certificate, right? So आप सबको LMS में register होना चाहिए, right? So without the registration in the LMS, even though if you are listening to the classes, if you are attending the classes regularly, these 3 days, so you will not be getting the certificate. So first let's see, हम आप एक बार LMS पे walk through करेंगे. So let's see what are the things are there we need to complete in the LMS, right? So yeah, मैं already आपको लिंक भेज दिया था in a WhatsApp group, right? You please click on the link. So आप वो लिंक let me share my screen and start the recording also. Okay, it is already started recording. Okay, thank you. Let me share my screen. So I hope my screen is visible to you all. मेरा screen आपको दिख रहा है, right? Please confirm me once. Is my screen is visible to you all or not?
Yes, it is visible.
Yes,
sir.
ma'am. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, ma'am. So let's log in into it. I hope all you are registered into these LMS, right? If you are still not yet registered, so you need to go to this after clicking on the link whatever I shared. मैं आपको ऑलरेडी लिंक में शेयर किया था इन द व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप. सो वो लिंक पे आप क्लिक कीजिए, देन यू विल बी रीचिंग टू दिस पेज, राइट? सो आप ऑलरेडी रजिस्टर हो गए थे इसमें, देन यू कैन डायरेक्टली लॉग इन इनटू इट. इफ यू आर नॉट रजिस्टर्ड, अभी रजिस्टर नहीं हुए थे, देन यू नीड टू क्लिक ऑन द रजिस्टर. So will you please confirm me once, those who are in these meet, and now we are around 22 faculty are in this meet now, right? So Boli, will you please tell me that how many you are not yet registered into the LMS? Please raise your hands. अभी तक register नहीं हुए थे LMS में. I am talking about the registration. So those who are not yet registered till now, so that I will show you how to register. That is what I am asking. मैं बिरबी आपसे एक बार दिखा, I will tell how to register into the LMS. So that means it's very good. You all are registered into the LMS, right? So let me, if you are registered into the LMS, use your username or it may be your email ID and password, right? So to get into this, सो आप ये यूजर नेम, आपका यूजर नेम पासवर्ड यूज करके आप इसमें आप इसमें लॉग इन हो सकते हैं इफ यू आर ऑलरेडी रजिस्टर्ड, राइट? सो देन देन आफ्टर रजिस्टरिंग इनटू द LMS, आपको क्या करना है? आपको कोर्स में तो एनरोल होना है, राइट? ये दिस FDP course is there, right? So you need to enroll into this FDP course. So for that, go to this course, go to this course tab. I hope you can look at this course tab, right? Go to this course tab and here just type TSP 2.0. TSP 2.0 करके आप टाइप कर दीजिए. You can search the course here. So here we will be having many number of courses, right? So आपको तो बहुत courses आपको यहीं पे मिल जाएंगे, but we are not interested on all these courses. हम आपको इस courses से कोई लेना देना नहीं है. So just click, just type TSP 2.0 and search for that. Then on TSP 2.0 यहाँ पे 3 courses आए थे. आपको तो होना है यहाँ पे, राइट? तो हमारा कॉलेज यहीं पे है, राइट? ये PS यूनिवर्सिटी रेवा, राइट? दिस इज द कोर्स दैट यू नीड टू एनरोल. सो हम ऑलरेडी इसमें एनरोल हो चुके हैं, दैट्स व्हाई I am getting like this. Suppose if I click on this, then I'm directly getting into the respective course. Why? Because I already registered into it. Suppose हम अब वो कोर्स में रजिस्टर नहीं हुए थे, सपोज एक कोर्स में नहीं हम नहीं हुए थे, सपोज मे बी दिस इज द कोर्स दैट I didn't enroll into it. If I click on it, maybe it will show you like enroll to the course, right? Enroll to the course. So we need to enroll to the respective course. सपोज से मैं जो भी दूसरा कोर्स देखूंगा, मे बी विच इज आई नॉट एनरोल्ड इनटू इट, या सपोज ये देखो मैं इसमें एनरोल नहीं हुआ था, राइट? यू विल बी, इफ यू आर नॉट एनरोल्ड इनटू द कोर्स, you will be getting this kind of screen. So you need to enroll into the course. Only with the registration the things won't complete. सो रजिस्ट्रेशन से कुछ भी नहीं होता. रजिस्ट्रेशन से आप तो टैक्सेशन पोर्टल को एक्सेस कर सकते हैं. देन टू एक्सेस द रेस्पेक्टिव कोर्स, वो कोर्स को एक्सेस करने के लिए वो कोर्स में जाके एनरोल होना है. यू नीड टू क्लिक ऑन दिस एनरोल बटन. ओके, सो अब देखेंगे कितने लोग एनरोल हुए थे कोर्स में. So if you look at this, only 12 faculty are enrolled into this course. In this 12 faculty, we are three from the tech section and the EduNet. Right. So इससे देखे तो only nine faculty only enrolled into this course. I hope you are getting my point. Only 9 faculty enrolled into this course. Right. So I request all of you to please, maybe you are registered into the course. आप already register हो गए थे course में, LMS में register हो गए थे, but you are not enrolled to the course. Course में तो enroll नहीं हुए थे. Right. You need to click on that. You need to click on the enroll. If you click on this, then you will be getting a enroll course like that. As a tab you will be getting that. You need to click on the enroll to get into this enrollment, get into the course, right? So I hope it is clear till this point. If you are having any kind of doubts in this, you can raise your hand and you can unmute yourself and आप बात कर सकते, बोल सकते, आपको कोई दिक्कत है इसमें. Here in this now in this meeting we are 24 now. If we are the 2 trainers here. If we are not, then the 22 faculty are here. But if you look at the LMS, only 9 faculty are enrolled to the course. Only 9 faculty.
Rekha, Krishna, why you are not enrolled? Manish, you are also not there. Indranil, you are also not there. Shivendra,
Madam, I'm just going to enroll myself very soon.
आप लोग enroll कर लो, बाद में certificate में दिक्कत आएगी. Rekha, you can do it.
Sure, ma'am.
KK also you can do it.
Right. So and many are some things are there जो भी थोड़े करना है अभी after enrollment. So we need to do something. So I will tell you that those things also. So here after enrollment we will be reaching to this kind of place, right? So then we need to walk through this. We will be walking through this thing. So if you see here users, then here you can see how many are enrolled here. So if we eliminate, I myself Abdulaziz and Mukta is a one more trainer and Mona Lisa is also there here. She is also one more trainer. Apart from that, only 9 trainers are there in this, right? So now yes, after enrollment, so here yes, these things are explained by the Mukta yesterday itself. So Mukta ma'am bata diye the aapko. So to look at these course outline and the different self-placed courses that you can explore when you are free. आपको free time जब मिले थे तब आप इसको explore कर सकते हैं, right? And this is the book and the section recordings. So we will be sharing the section recordings here. If you missed the any section, then these are the PPTs that you can access the PPTs here from this place. And apart from that, here there is a baseline assessment. यहाँ पे assessments में you have a baseline assessment. Click on the baseline assessment, right? So it is very important to every faculty to complete this baseline assessment after enrolling the course. एक कोर्स में एनरोल होने के बाद ये बेसलाइन असेसमेंट को कंप्लीट करना है. इट इज कंपलसरी टू एवरी फैकल्टी. ओके, सो बेसलाइन असेसमेंट में अभी तक ओनली 2 फैकल्टी ही किए थे. So those who are not completing these things, they will not be getting the certificate. That's why I'm repeatedly telling you these things. Okay, maybe you are attending the classes regularly, attending these 3 days, you are putting your time, but at the time of certificate it will be very difficult. ये तो बहुत दिक्कत हो जाएगा to get the certificate if you are not completing these things, right? So baseline assessment तो आप complete करना है. Only 2 faculty till now completed this baseline assessment, right? So I request all of you to please complete this baseline, that is baseline assessment also. That is the one
But
point. Yes,
hello,
yes, sir.
actually sir डैशबोर्ड पे कुछ भी शो नहीं हो रहा है. Yeah, I also log in on that, but dashboard पे nothing is showing like that.
After logging into the dashboard, sir, you need to enroll into the course, sir.
Yes, sir. I also enrolled in TSP 2.0. It's like that. The spoken person is Mukta, right? I enrolled on this course. Please check the enrollment.
देखो आप ये कोर्स में ही एनरोल किए थे ना आप. एक बार मेरा स्क्रीन दिख रहा है ना सर आपको?
Yes, sir. It is visible.
Yes. So after go to the home, right? Then
Okay.
click on the courses.
Okay.
Okay. Then here search for the course. Type TSP 2.0.
Okay.
Search for this. Here आपको 3 कोर्स दिखा देते सर. आपको यहाँ पे 3 है.
Okay.
Then you need to click on the course with our university name. University Reva is there na.
Okay, sir. Fine.
You need to enroll on to this course. Maybe you are enrolled to the other course maybe.
Okay, I can enroll.
Yes.
I
No, आप
will
enroll
enroll
कर.
as soon as possible, sir. Please.
Sir.
As soon as possible, sir. I will enroll in this course.
Yeah. Now itself you can do, sir.
Okay,
Now
sir.
itself you can do. Right. You click on this, enroll to the course. Then you will be getting, after enrolling the course, you will be getting these kind of screens, sir. Right.
Okay.
After getting
Okay.
this kind of screen, here यहाँ पे assessment में baseline assessment है सर. यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हैं baseline assessment, right?
Right, sir.
So ये baseline assessment में जाके आप ये sections का ये क्या वो जो भी यहाँ पे थोड़े it takes around only 5 minutes to complete this baseline assessment, right?
Okay.
ये तो आप complete कर सकते हैं. ये this is
I'll
a
do.
one point. Yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. This is a one point that you need to do. Then after that, every day there is a feedback. Okay. Every day there is a feedback. In the feedback tile, there is every day you need to give the feedback, right? If you click on the feedback form day 1, here only 4 faculty gave their feedback now till now. Only 4 faculty gave their feedback. So I request the remaining faculty also to please give your feedback. Okay, this is also very compulsory. This is also very important, right? To get the certificate. आपको भी ये feedback form भी भरना है. Every day you need to complete this feedback after the completion of the session. अब कल का सेक्शन तो हो गया था 3 बजे. After 3 o'clock, yes, you can fill this feedback form. आज तो सेक्शन है यहाँ पे फीडबैक फॉर्म. ये तो ओपन होगा 11 बजे ओपन होगा. Now you can fill this feedback form again after 3 o'clock today, right? And the tomorrow also you need to fill the feedback form, right? Now it is not open. It will open on 29th, that is tomorrow after 11 के बाद, after 11 बजे के बाद ये तो open हो जाएगा. Tomorrow you can fill this feedback form. So baseline assessment and the filling the feedback form, right? And there is a one more thing that you need to keep in your things, that is final assessment. Final assessment यहाँ पे है, right? After the baseline assessment there is a final assessment. ये final assessment tomorrow आपको open होगा after 11 AM, right? So it will be open for 1 week. ये 1 week तक open होगा आपको in this LMS portal. ये भी compulsory है. Final assessment भी compulsory है. आप सबको एक final assessment complete करना है. If you are not completing these things, then you will not be getting the certificate, even you are listening to the classes. So I hope now you are getting my points, getting my things right. It's our humble request to you all. Maybe you are spending your valuable time, right, to attend these classes, attend these FDPs. So to get the certificate, please first you need to register into the LMS. आपको LMS में register होना है. then you need to enroll to the respective course. मैं तो आपको समझा दिया कौन से कोर्स में आपको enroll होना है. You need to enroll to the course. Then after enrolling to the course, first you need to complete this baseline assessment. ये baseline assessment को आपको complete करना है. Then you need to give these feedbacks every day, right? आप भी दे सकते हैं feedback from ये तो feedback day 1 का feedback आप भी दे सकते हैं आप. Then you can give these feedbacks, right? So then after the completion of these 3 days, you need to complete this feedback assessment also, this final assessment also. ये भी आपको कंप्लीट करना है. ये सब कंप्लीट करना है, ये तो कंपलसरी है आपके लिए, right, to get the certificate. So I hope it is clear. And at the end you have a assignment. ये तो assessment है, ये तो assignment है, right? This assignment is optional for you. So आप assignment को आप देख के whenever you are having time, आपको जब भी time मिलेगा, then you can complete this assignment, right? So these are the things are very important to complete to get the certificate, right? So I hope I am clear to you all. So आपको कोई भी doubt है इसमें, feel free to ask us. So we are here to help you on this.
हेलो
Yes sir, please.
सर एलएमएस ज्वाइन नहीं हो रहा, उसमें यूजर
LMS
पासवर्ड
LMS ज्वाइन नहीं हो रहा सर, मतलब क्या है? वो आपका यूजर नेम पासवर्ड गलती दिखा रहा है, रॉन्ग पासवर्ड दिखा रहा है?
सर कैसे ज्वाइन होगा?
वो लिंक मैं व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप में भेजा था सर, आप देख लीजिए ना, लिंक है ना व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप में.
उसमें ओपन करते हैं सर, लेकिन वो यूजर पासवर्ड उसमें वो नहीं हो रहा सर, एक्सेप्ट नहीं हो रहा सर.
क्रिएट न्यू
कैसे
में जाओ
बनाएं?
बेटा,
फर्स्ट
क्रिएट न्यू
आपको
में.
तो रजिस्टर होना है सर. फर्स्ट यू नीड टू रजिस्टर इनटू इट. आप पहले इसको क्लिक किए तो ना, आई एम रजिस्टर्ड इनटू इट. लेट मी लॉग आउट ऑन दिस. Maybe if you are clicking on this, you may be reaching to this interface right now, sir. Your good
क्रिएट
name is Sachin sir.
जी सर.
You may be reaching to this place, right?
जी सर. न्यू
So
अकाउंट.
after reaching to this place, first you need to register here. Is
जी
the
सर.
registration completed, sir? Registration
जी
complete
सर.
हुआ आपका?
जी सर.
So
एक सेकंड.
registration हो गया. Register, or you can click on here, create new account also.
जी सर.
If you are not registered, if you click on this, you need to fill all these things, the necessary things, right? ये आप fill
जस्ट.
किए थे ना सर?
जी सर, फिल तो किए थे.
So fill करने के बाद आपको create my new account में click करना है. Then you will be getting a activation link to your email ID, whatever the email ID you are giving here. जो भी email ID यहाँ पे देते हैं ना आप, उस email ID को activation link आता है. So activation link पे जाके click किए तो you can register. You can log in into this text action portal. I hope these things are clear, sir. Sachin sir.
जी सर, अभी सर बन नहीं रहा सर.
ब्रेक में कर लेना, बाकी लोग ब्रेक
Yeah.
में ट्राई करें.
फिर एक बार
आप
कर लेना सर आप. Whenever you have a free, you please register into these LMS. So let me show you. Till now we have only 8 faculty in the LMS. 8 or 9 faculty in the LMS.
Excuse me, sir.
यहाँ पे अब तो एनरोल हुए थे. Now we are 16, means if we remove 3, 13 faculty are enrolled into this course till now. That's great. Thank you very much for responding. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Someone is asking.
सर इसमें तो हमारा IMDb CSV और 2 फाइल हमारी डाउनलोड हो गई, डाटा CSV, बाकी हमारी डाउनलोड नहीं हो रही हैं।
डाउनलोड नहीं हो रहे मैम?
नो सर, पंडा IMDb ये सब नहीं हो रही सर, प्लीज रीसेंड कर दीजिए इसी में चैट बॉक्स में, so that I can download.
ये फाइल्स डाउनलोड नहीं हो रहे मैम? EDA, IMDb, डेटा सेट, IP, YNP.
नो सर, फ्रॉम 9 AM जब से आप भेजे तब से डाउनलोड करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, नहीं हो रही सर।
Okay. Let me add those files to this chat maybe. Let me check that. यहाँ से तो नहीं भेज सकते फाइल्स। ये सभी को यही प्रॉब्लम आया था, or maybe ma'am only getting this problem? I hope the remaining faculty downloaded these files, right? I think.
Sir, I am using laptop and from WhatsApp web I am trying to download it, but it couldn't.
Yes, ma'am. I am also using the same application here, WhatsApp application in my laptop. Yes, you can save as like this, right? You can click on save as and you can download all these things. आपके सेव एज ऑप्शन नहीं है तो आपको जस्ट ये तो डाउनलोड हो जाएगा मैम, ये तो जस्ट फाइल्स। सभी को वही प्रॉब्लम आ रहा है यहाँ पे?
Hello, sir, can you send this file in TSP2.0 so that we can download from there?
Where?
Sir, in TSP 2.0 APS version, from there we can download. LMS portal.
LMS portal में तो अब मैं पहले बोलना है उनको, it may take time. So let me do this thing. I will keep here one more
Abdul, you
zip
can do
file.
one thing. You can give them link of the GitHub repository.
वो GitHub में तो अलग है मुक्ता. These are my files, my own files.
Or maybe you can upload it in the drive and give the link of the drive to them.
Yes, yes. I share these zip file with them. In the that they can download the zip file. It will contain everything, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I will
sir.
do that.
Okay, sir. Thank
Just
you.
give me a just 2 to 3 minutes. I will be sharing those things with you.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
All file is available in Anaconda working directory. Hello.
Yes, sir.
It is available on Anaconda. Those files they required this available in Anaconda and Jupyter Notebook also.
They will not be available in your Anaconda क्योंकि हमने अभी तक वो वहाँ पे अपलोड नहीं किए ना। कल मैंने जैसे आपको डाउनलोड करके दिया था नोटबुक ग्रुप में, वैसे वहाँ पे अपलोड करना पड़ता है तभी वो दिखेगा सर।
Actually, I already used the Jupyter notebooks and that's why I have already those files I have already available.
Okay, you may be having available sir, पर बाकी लोगों के पास नहीं होगा। Those who have installed Anaconda for
Okay, fine.
उनके पास नहीं होगा।
Yes, just now I shared one more zip file. I request all of you to please download that zip file and unzip it. It will contain all the files that that I already shared previously. मैं अभी एक code.zip बोल के एक फाइल भेजा था व्हाट्सएप में, राइट? सो उसको डाउनलोड कीजिए आप. It will contain all the things. right? Aarti ma'am, I hope it is clear now, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
It is downloaded
So
now.
let me start the things now. So yesterday Mukta ma'am already explained you about the Python basics and everything. Now we need to go with these data analysis part. So let me go to these NumPy first. पहले हम NumPy देखेंगे, then we go with the pandas basics, then we go with this data analysis on by using these pandas, right? So let's start the thing. So yes, let me open these Anaconda first.
Sir, screen is not visible.
Yeah, I didn't share my screen, ma'am. Just I'm opening my Anaconda. I will share my screen. Yes. So this is the file that this is the notebook that we walk through now. We will walking through now, right? So I hope my notebook is visible to you all, right? So I request all of you also to please open the same notebook at your end, that is NumPy basics, right? मैं ये सब आपको already भेजा था, right? So you please open the notebook. If you are downloaded the Anaconda, from the Anaconda you can open this Jupyter notebook. This is the Anaconda navigator, right? ये तो Anaconda navigator है. From this Anaconda navigator you can open this Jupyter notebook by click on launch, right? यहाँ पे launch पे click करके आप तो इस Jupyter notebook को open कर सकते हैं. Then after opening it, this is the Jupyter, this is the interface that you will be getting. So मैं आपको बोला था कि वो codes आप desktop पे रख लीजिए. So these are the on desktop. I have all these codes here, like pandas basics, NumPy basics, and everything. So now click on the NumPy basics. If you click on the NumPy basics, we will be getting these kind of file, right? So I hope you all are with me. Please respond.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes.
This is
Yes,
Manish.
yes, sir. Yes, thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Now, after getting these interface, this is a notebook. There is a NumPy basics notebook. ये आप यहाँ पे आने के बाद just click on the kernel. Why? Because यहाँ पे already ये notebook एक बार क्या हुआ था, run हो चुका था. Then at your place you may be looking the outputs of the respective cells also, right? Here I am not having the outputs, but at your place you may be looking the you may be getting the outputs of the respective cells, right? So उस पे वो clean होने के लिए क्या करना है, अब हम kernel पे जाके, right, to clean the respective outputs, kernel पे जाके restart and clear outputs इस पे क्लिक कीजिए. Restart and clear outputs, then restart and clear all outputs पे क्लिक कीजिए. Then your notebook is fresh now, right? It will contain no outputs of the respective cell. So आपको इसी तरह आ जाएगा आपका notebook. Right. Now we will run each and every cell and we will be looking at the output of these each and every cell. I hope it is clear to you all. So any doubt? आप सभी मेरे साथ है ना?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I need response from some other people also, whether they are ready or not to do these things. Chalo then, we will start. We will run this notebook now. So, yes, this is the NumPy. We will be looking at the NumPy now, right? So, ये तो एक module है NumPy बोल के. We will be working on the numerical data. So, by using NumPy. Why we are working on the numerical data? To do this data analysis, if you are, we will be working on the real time data. Real time में जो data होता है वो सब numerical में ही होता है. If you look at the stock price, if you look at the sales price, if you look at the census, sports, everything it is a numerical, right? So if the data is a numerical, हमको भी numerical पे ही work करना पड़ता है, right? We need to do the things on the we need to manipulate this numerical data. So to manipulate this numerical data, we need some special module from the on top of Python, that is NumPy, right? So NumPy से क्या होता है? NumPy is very easy to use module, right? It is very easy to use, and the performance wise also NumPy gives a good performance. Why? Because whatever the code NumPy में जो भी code लिखा है already modules बने हैं, वो सब किस पे बने हैं? वो सब C++ पे बने हैं, right? So I hope we know the C++ language, right? उस पे बने हैं. So C++ language कहा जाता है कि ये तो very efficient language कहा जाता है, right? So whatever the performance of the respective module is very good if we are working on the NumPy. So now we will start with this NumPy. हम first how to import this NumPy. Import NumPy as NP. These are the code, right? So import NumPy as NP. NP is a alias name बोलते हैं इसे. NumPy पूरा NumPy लिख सकते हैं, और in place of NumPy we can use only NP also, right? Now to look at the version of this NumPy, that what is running in our side. So you can use this __ version __, right? You can print the respective version and you can run this cell. ये cell को हम कैसा run कर सकते हैं? यहाँ पे you can click on this run to run this cell, or you can click on shift enter, right? You will be, the respective cell will be executed. Getting or not? So this is the output. That means I am in my system, I am having the NumPy and the respective version, it is 1.20.3. This is the version is in my system, right? From maybe your end, it may be different, right? So I hope it is clear. Now let's see. I hope हमको पता है, right? लिस्ट क्या होता है? लिस्ट जो भी हम स्क्वायर ब्रेसेस में रखते हैं उसे क्या कहते हैं? लिस्ट कहते हैं. So it is a list of 1 2 3 4. It is having the list, and list is one of the data structure from the Python. It contains the homogeneous data. वो लिस्ट में हम क्या क्या स्टोर कर सकते हैं? इंटीजर वैल्यू स्टोर कर सकते हैं, फ्लोटिंग वैल्यू को स्टोर कर सकते हैं, स्ट्रिंग वैल्यू स्टोर कर सकते हैं. एवरीथिंग वी कैन स्टोर इन द लिस्ट, राइट? So here I am just creating a list of 1 2 3 4, and I am converting that list to the NumPy array by using this function. By using np.array, by using this function, I am converting the list into the array, right? If you execute this, yes, it is executed perfectly. Now by using the type method, or a function, you can see the type of the respective variable, right? So here I want to know what is the type of this LST1. LST1 का type क्या होता है हमको पता. What will be the type of this LST1? Will you please tell me?
maybe integer.
What will be the type of the LST1? ये LST1 तो क्या है? ये तो list है, right? Which is in a square braces 1, 2, 3, 4. Something in a square braces, it is a list, right? So the type of that is a list. Now, what is the type of the array one? As I converted this list into the NP array, it will be the NP array, NumPy ND array, right? So the type of the list is list and the type of the array one is a NumPy ND array, right? Similarly, I'm creating one more list here and I'm converting into the array LST2. It is having something here. I converted that list to the again the one more array. Now the small question to you: if we add two lists by using the operator plus, it is a list 1 plus list 2. That means we will be adding list of 1, 2, 3, 4 plus list of 11, 10, 11, 12, 13. Then what will be the output of this cell? Will you please tell me that? हम टू लिस्ट तो ऐड करना चाहते हैं यहाँ पे. इट इज अ लिस्ट 1 प्लस लिस्ट 2. सो व्हाट इज द आउटपुट? इसका आउटपुट क्या होता है?
Addition of corresponding elements.
एडिशन होता है 1 + 10 और 1 + 10 11 13 15 17. Is it the output or is there any output for this? Obviously, as it is concatenating, it concatenates the two list, right? We will not be getting a addition of the two list. If we add the two list like 1, 2, 3, 4 and 10, 11, 12, 13, you will be getting the list like this. It is a concatenation. ये 1, 2, 3, 4 के बाद क्या आता है? 11, 10, 11, 12, 13. ये तो ऐड हो जाता है एट द एंड में. द लिस्ट फर्स्ट लिस्ट के बाद में और दूसरा लिस्ट भी ऐड हो जाता है. it is a kind of concatenation, right? But if we are adding the two arrays, array 1, array 2, it is not like a list. We are adding the respective elements, right? So if you look at the output here, this is the output like 11, 13, 15, 17. I hope it is clear to you all. Is it clear to you all?
Yes, sir.
Yes, thank you, sir. Right.
Yes.
Right. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Now let's look at these attributes, array attributes. Here we'll be having different array attributes like n dimension or a size, right? A shape, right? All these are the attributes. First, look at this. So here we have some special functions to create these random arrays for us. So here by using this np random.randint function, by using this a function को यूज करके हम तो लिस्ट जनरेट कर सकते हैं, एरे का जनरेट कर सकते हैं इन द रेंज ऑफ वैल्यूज फ्रॉम 0 to 11, 11 minus 1, 10, right? So we are giving a size here. So the array which contains these 6 elements, here it is a one-dimensional array. It is a one-dimensional array. Now from this you can generate two-dimensional array of 5 cross 4, right? So the values are in between 0 to 11 minus 1, that is 10. Here we are generating the three-dimensional array, right? So by using this seed, a seed से क्या होता है? Whenever we run the same code again and again, you will be getting a same output as it is a random, right? So you will be getting a random numbers at every time. Suppose if I keep these things on okay, will you please just 1 minute, I will be back. Yes, sorry. Now suppose if we run this, then you will be getting a output, right? So just I ran this. This is executed successfully. Now I'm looking at the output of this. Suppose if I click on this, yes, you will be getting a some output here, right? Like yes, these are the values. This is a one-dimensional array. X1 is a one-dimensional array. X2 is a two-dimensional array, and X3 is a three-dimensional array, like this, right? So now these values are in between these range. This is the range that we have given. That means the values are in between. ये values कहाँ पे है? 1 to this, right? 11, 10, 11 minus 1, 10. In between 1 to 10, you will be getting these values, right? So now, suppose if I run the same code again, if you look at the output, you will be getting a different output, right? यहाँ पे different output आया था, right? As it is a random number generator, every time we will be getting a different output. But if we add these seed here, suppose if I add the seed here, whenever we run the same code again and again, we will be getting a same kind of output. Now, as run again, now run again the same cell. Now execute this. Now you will be getting a same kind of output. After even running this, you will be getting the same kind of output. So to get the same kind of output, even after running many number of times, we need to use this random seed, right? So I hope it is clear. So to already there, these are the inbuilt functions are from these numpy. Now, इस पे हम ये attributes, these are the attributes are from this every array, right? So on every array we will be having n dimension. N dimension, it tells you about the number of dimension. Shape, it tells you about the shape of this dimension, and the size, how many elements are there in this respective array, right? If you now we are looking at the attributes of these x3 के attributes पे हम दिखना है यहाँ पे x3 dot n dimension ending, x3 dot shape, x3 dot size. So if you run this, then we will be getting these output. x3 n dimension, x3 का dimension कितना है यहाँ पे? It is a 3-dimensional array. As we already mentioned here, it is a 3-dimensional array. So the dimension of the x3 is 3. And what is the shape of the x3 array? It is the shape we already given here, right? So how it is looking like? It is of 2 by 5. It is of 2 by 5. That means 2 rows and 5 columns. यहाँ पे 2 rows रहते हैं and 5 columns, like the 3 copies, right? So 2 by 5, 2 by 5, 2 by 5 of 3 copies here, right? So it is a shape of that. And how many elements? x3 dot size gives you the number of elements are there in the respective array. So इसमें कितने numbers रहते हैं इसमें? You can calculate like this: 2 into 5, 10 into 3, 30 elements will be there in the respective array, right? So that is for, these are the dimensions. Now suppose if you want to look at the type of the respective array, as you can look at this by using, that means what type of elements are there in the respective array. So it is contains only the integer values, right? So we are getting these integer values here. These are the integer, this is a type is integer type. Now apart from these n dimension, shape and size, you will be having the other type also, like item size as a one attribute, and n byte, right? N byte is also a other attribute, right? So item size, it tells you about how much size the respective element is taking to store the value, right? And n bytes, it tells you about total the array, how much size it is taking. So if you run this, then you will be getting the item size is a 4 bytes. That means every element in the array is taking 4 bytes. जो भी element है, suppose here यहाँ पे ये 10 store करने में कितना size लगता है? ये 10 store करने में 4 bytes लगता है. Again, to store the value 6, it takes the again 4 bytes. To store the value 9, again it takes a 4 bytes, like that. And how many elements we have? We have 30 elements in this array. So total array size kitna hota hai? 120 bytes. How it is? 4 into 30, 120 bytes. I hope it is clear. It is already given. In general, we expect the number of bytes is equal to the item size. So item size in the sense 4 bytes into the size of the respective array, that is 30 here. So 4 into 30, 120 bytes required to store the respective array. Right. I hope it is clear to you all. So I hope you all are following me, right? So if you are having any kind of doubt in between, I request all of you to please respond on this. Respond. आपको जो भी doubt है in between, आप interrupt कर सकते हैं हमको, and you can ask me.
Am I audible?
I hope it is clear till this point, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, thank you, sir. Now indexing, the same like array indexing, यहाँ पे भी same indexing होता है यहाँ पे भी, right? So x1 we already know, this is the x1 that we are choosing here. यही है x1, right? x1 is this 1 6 10 3. That is what the x1 we will be getting here. And we can access the respective elements. X1 of 4 means the array index which starts from 0 to n-1. So it is 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So x1 of 4, it gives a 8. Right. So and native indexing, it by using the native indexing, we can access the reverse element of the respective array. So it is a -1, -2, -3 like this. So x1 of -1 means we will be getting a 9. X1 of -2 is we will be getting a 8 here. 9 and 8. Right. So and we can suppose we can access the respective two-dimensional array by using the indices. Here, this is a two-dimensional array that what we have. And in a two-dimensional array also, we have the index starts from 0 for the rows and the index starts from 0 for the columns. Rows पे index कितने से start होता है? 0 से start होता है. And columns में भी index कितने से start होता है? 0 से start होता है. That means it is 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. From as a column also 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So x2 of 0, 0 means we will be getting the value 1 here. x2 of 2, 0 means 0, 1, 2. You will be getting a 8. And h2 of 2 minus 1. 2 minus 1 means 0, 1, 2. Minus 1 means we will be getting the value 2 here. Let's see that. 1. As I told you, it is 8. As I told you, it is 2 here. 0, 1, 2. And the -1 is the last value we will be getting out of from this. Right. So, and we can change the values by using the indices. Suppose x2 of 0, 0 is equal to 10. I'm assigning some value to these respective index. Actually, in x2 of 0, 0 में क्या है? x2 of 0, 0 में तो 1 है value. Here the x2 of 0, 0 value is 1. I am assigning some other value to this index, that is 10. Then what will be the output of the respective two-dimensional? So the output here will be the 10 here. Right, 10 on the remaining array. Right. Suppose if I am adding x1 of 0, what is the x1 of 0 here? This is the x1, right? A to x1 hai. I will be add here. I will be adding the thing. Right. यहाँ पे x1 क्या है? x1 is this. This is the array of x1, right? So x1 of 0 में क्या है? x1 of 0 में 1 है. Right. Suppose I want to assign some floating value to these array, right? As the type of this array, what is the type of this array? इसका type क्या है? x1 dot d type, right? x1 dot d type मारे तो इसमें जो type of values it is saving, we will be getting the type. It is saving only the integer type, right? So here I am assigning the floating value for these respective array. Then will you please tell me what will be the output of this? इसका आउटपुट क्या होगा? Only 3, right? Why? Because it, as it is a integer type array, even we are assigning the floating value to this, it will truncate this, right? So we will be getting 3, 6, and the remaining values we will be getting, right? Exactly same. Thank you. And coming to this array slicing, right? So we can slice the array by using this colon operator, right? So this is the syntax of array slicing. This is the array name and start index, stop index, and the step. By default, start index is 0, stop index is to the number of dimensions, and the step index is 1. That means it will take a 1 step to get the to access the remaining elements. This is a syntax. ये तो syntax है for to access the values. Now, if you look at this, again, here I am sharing one more function with you, like arrange. This arrange will tell you the values are from, it will create a one-dimensional array from 0 to n-1. So here, this is the array you will be getting by using the arrange. The function arrange is different from these random. Okay, it will generate a random numbers actually. Here, these randint, it generates a random numbers, but arrange which generates a sequence numbers which we provided here as a size. As we provided here is a 16, then you will be getting a values from 0 to 16 minus 1, 15. If we are providing the value as 20, then we will be getting 20 values are from 0 to 20 minus 1, 19. So what is the meaning of this x1 of colon 10? As I already told you, if we didn't mention anything as a starting, then it will start from the 0 index. It starts from the 0 index and the stop index is 10. So that's the 10 minus 1 value it will take, right? And we didn't mention this step here. We didn't mention as colon, we didn't mention any step here. That means by default it will take a step as a 1. Here we have a step as 1, right? That means it is, then what is the output of these x1 colon 10, x of colon 10? You will be getting a first 10 values from the array 0 to 10 minus 1, that is 9. I hope it is clear. So we will be getting like this. So with this, what happened? Here we provided the start index. That means I want to start my array from 10. I didn't mention the end index. That means it will go till the end. And my step is 1 here. I didn't mention the step also. I only mentioned the start index. Right. That means I will be able to access the values from 10 to the remaining till the end. Right, 10 to the end. So these are the values we will be getting here. So now will you please tell me what is the output of this x of 5 colon 10?
4 to 9.
Here we provided the starting index. It starts from 5 and the end index is 10. That means 10 minus 1, 9. So what is, and the step I didn't provided the step here. So as it takes a step 1. So what is the output of this?
4 to 9.
No, it will start with the start index 5 to 9.
5 to 9.
Yes, it starts from the start index 5 to 9. It don't include the end index here. 10 minus 1 it will take, right? Now will you please tell me the output of these colon 2? So as here I didn't mention any starting index, I didn't mention any ending index, but here I mentioned यहाँ पे मैं क्या दिया था? Step value दिया था. So my array will go with the step 2. So क्या होता है इसका output क्या होता है यहाँ पे?
It will print even number.
Even values, right? Even values of these. So it starts with the starting index that is 0. Then it takes a step 2. That means it will leave this and it will come to 2, 4, 6 like that, right? So you'll be getting even number. Here I mentioned the starting index. I didn't mention the end index, but I gave the step 2. Then what will be the index? What will be the output here? Odd sequence, right? Yes, we'll be getting a odd sequence of the respective array. This great, right? Now this is for the exercise that you can uncomment it. You can just uncomment it, and you can do this. Okay. So this is for you. Now we go with the multi-dimensional subarray, right? So अभी तक क्या किए थे हम? Single dimensional subarray को extract किए थे, right? Now we extract on the multi-dimensional array. Suppose what about this x2 array is this, right? Now will you please tell me what will be the output of this here to access the rows and columns? So this is for the rows, this part is for the rows, comma, this part for the columns. So now tell me what will be the output of this x2 of column, comma, column 3. So here we didn't mention the any start index. So it start with the 0th column. So 0th row. So 0th row it will start and it will go till 2. 2 means 2 minus 1. It will go till 1. That means from here to here. It is accessing these two rows. This is the row and this is the row it will be accessing. These are the two rows it will access. Now what is the column coming to column? I didn't mention the start column. So it will start from the first column here. This is the first column. It will go till 3 means 0, 1, 2. From here it will come 0, 1, 2. So we will be getting the output as a. Will you please tell me the output of this next cell? What will be the output of this? 10, 2,
10,
1,
2, 1,
10,
10,
8,
8,
5.
5.
Exactly. Right. That will be the output 10, 2, 1, 10, 8, 5. Right. I hope it is clear. Now what is this here? What will be the output of this? I am starting with the start index. I'm going till the 3 means 3 minus 1, 2. That means 0, 1, 2. I'm accessing these 3 rows 0, 1, 2. From these 3 rows, I want to access these columns from starting to ending, but with the step 2. So I'm from the column from the starting to ending with the step 2. Right. So will you please tell me the output of this cell? So you can use pen paper, right? You can take these array on paper and you can get the output of this. Paper में तो array लेके you can access this. What is this? 0, 1, 2. So from these two rows, we are starting from 0. That means 10 we will be getting 10, 10,
10, 10.
and 1, 5. Right. 0, 1, 2. This is 3, right? Axis 3. So maybe 10, 10 and 1, 5 will be the output of this. 10, 10, 8 as we are accessing. Yes, 10, 10, 8, 1, 3, 5. I hope it is clear, right? So once again, so here one more way we can create some random matrices, right? We'll be using these kind of thing frequently in machine learning to generate these random matrices and everything, right? So by using, so what is the output np.random.int? We already saw this. Here there is a one more thing I'm adding you. So here I'm generating the 15 values. Previously I didn't mention that, right? For the randint, I just gave the value. I just gave the number here. So by this, what it will do, it generates the values from 0 to 11 minus 1. So some random values in between 1 to 10 it will generate as a size 6, right? So but coming to here, I am mentioning the same function again. Same function randint. Where it is? Yeah. Same function randint. Now I am mentioning from where I need to start till where I need to go. So I want the values in a range from, I just gave the range here. यहाँ पे range मैं दिया था. So 10 to 100 के बीच में मुझे values चाहिए. कितने values चाहिए मुझे तो 15 values चाहिए. I need 15 values from 10 to 100. So this is the code. It will generate the values from 10 to 100 as a 15 values. Here this is the 15. Right. Now here what I'm doing. So जो भी है यहाँ पे I'm reshaping it. So I can reshape this single dimensional array to the multi-dimensional array by using the reshape. So यहाँ पे क्या कर रहा हूं मैं? Suppose if I add a reshape to this reshape reshape of 3,5, then what I will be getting? I will be getting output as a 3x5 matrix. I will be getting the output as a 3x5 matrix of the reshape. I am reshaping it. So ये reshape में जो भी हम order pass कर रहे हैं, right? We are passing some order here 3,5. That means 3 rows and 5 columns. It should be compatible with the multiplier of this value. Here it is 15. It should be multiple of that. It should be factors. We need to take a factors of it. Getting or not? Suppose if I am giving 3,2. Suppose if I am giving 3,2. Am I getting the output of this code? If I am giving 3,2, am I getting the output of this? No, it will not get. It will give a error to me. Why? Because here I am having 15 values as an array, but I am generating only 3,2 matrix. That means this matrix contains only 6 elements, not 15 elements. Right? It is not compatible. So we can use as 3,5 ऐसा भी use कर सकते हैं, or 5,3 even we can give 5,3. Why? Because we will be the array will the matrix will contain the 15 values, right? So like this even we can get. So that is what the thing we are using here. So here random matrix that random array that we are generating, and I'm reshaping the respective a single dimensional array as 3,5 as it is a 15. Suppose if I am using 20 here, I can use multiple things, right? What type of what kind of different shapes that we can generate by using the 20? Will you please tell me? If I am using 20 here, what kind of shape I can place here?
5-4.
Yes, 5-4 we can. One more.
4x5.
4x5. Yes, we can.
10-2.
10
2
to
cross
2
10.
10.
2 cross
And
10.
10 cross
And
2.
2. Yes, exactly
10
right.
cross 2.
Yes, exactly. So 5, 4, 5 or 5, 4, anything we can do, right? So apart from that, if it is not compatible with this, then you will be getting a error. I hope you are getting my point, right? I hope you all are with me. Say yes or no if you are having any kind of doubt. जो भी आपको doubt है, you can ask me. I hope it is clear till this point, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. So now we have these matrix now. We assign this matrix here, right? So I can access these numbers again, like the same that we already saw these things. Actually, why I gave these means to explain this part. The remaining things is same as the previous that we already did here to access the two-dimensional values that you can go through. Right. And copy this cell. Yes, we can copy this cell by using the copy method. Suppose say here we have these x2 here that we already having this matrix x2 here. This is the x2 matrix. I'm using that. So what is the output of this x2 of column 2 comma column 2? Iska, just I'm asking the output of this x2 of column 2 and column 2. I'm starting from the starting row 0, 1, right? And 0, 1. We will be getting a 2 by 2 matrix that is 2, 10 to 10, 8. I'm taking the copy of that. I'm saving in this sub copy matrix, right? So the subcopy matrix will contain only 10 to 10, 8. So we are not affecting the main matrix x2 by using this copy of that. Suppose even if I change this submatrix subcopy, it will not affect on this x2 matrix, right? That is what I want to explain here. Just this is the x2 of subcopy here. यहाँ पे जो भी हुए that is 0, 0 index. I am changing that index with 42. Now I am getting the 42 to 10, 8. But if I printing this x2, I am getting the same matrix as this. Why? Because here I am using only the copy of it. So again, here array 1, array 2, which is already I mentioned here, like array 1 and array 2. यहाँ पे मैं mention किया था. This is what the array 1 and this is the array 2. Right. Let me print those array 1 and array 2 here. These are the array 1 and array 2 that what we have. So we can do the mathematical operations on the array, element wise multiplication, element wise division, element wise power, all these things that we can do. Right. So by using array 1 into array 2, array 1 by array 2, array 1 power array 2, yes, all these things that we can do. And by using the NumPy, we can generate a logarithmic, trigonometric, exponential functions, all these things. Right. So actually, to work on the NumPy, right? So whatever the things, whatever यहाँ पे जो भी हम समझा रहे हैं आपको, ये तो सब basics ही है. Right. So actually, those who don't know about what is NumPy, we are giving the glance of the NumPy. This is what the NumPy looks like. Right. Now, by using this knowledge, a knowledge of use karke, you can explore the remaining things that what you can do. Right. So here, by using this NumPy dot sign is a trigonometric function. So you can apply this array on the respective function. Here it is a logarithmic with a natural log, that is base c, base 10 and base 2 in the exponential like this. And you can generate the arrays directly by using the NumPy, like 0 array, 1's array, arrange that I already told you on the line space to generate the values from the line space. Right. So here the zero array will be getting, 1 array will be getting a range that I already told to get the values from the respective thing. Yes, if you run this, you will be getting all these things, right? So here the new thing here is line space, right? This line space, it is going to generate. Suppose what is the line space here? I want to start from 1 and I want to end with 5. I need 11 numbers from this in a range 1 to 5. For that, I am going to use the line space, right? Line space, it will tell you that it will generate the values in the range. How many values you need, how many ever the values you need to mention here. Those many number of values it will generate, right? That is the line spaces. And you can generate the matrices also, 0 matrix, 1 matrix. Any doubt? Sir, is anybody having any doubt? Anil sir, do you have any doubt?
No, sir. No, sir.
Yes, thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Sir, how we can generate a sparse matrix combination of 0, 1?
Sir?
Combination of 0, 1.
Sparse matrix, na?
Yes.
So sparse matrix contains maximum number of zeros and minimum number of ones like that. Yes. So as actually we can go and check for that. Actually, it is very difficult to remember all the things, right? So maybe you will be getting some. So there is a, yes, there is a function called sparse. Right, by using that you can generate the sparse matrix. So the function will be there, sir, in the NumPy. Right, by using that you can generate that of our needed size. Right. So I hope it is clear, na, sir? There is a function
sir.
already.
Okay,
sir?
sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So here the zeros and the nines. These are nines is a scalar the identity matrix is ones, right? Here we have the identity matrix. By using E by E, we can generate the identity matrix and all these things. We can directly generate by using these functions, right? And again, I am generating the randint some two matrices, right? By using randint. And here, is a compatible or not? 3, 3. Yes, it is compatible, right? Here I am generating the 9 values in between random values from 1 to 10, right? Of 9 values, as I can, whenever I have 9 values, I can generate the 3 by 3 matrix, 3 into 3, 9, right? It is compatible. So here I generated these two matrices. Now I can do the matrix operations, right? Like M1 plus M2, M1 star M2, M1 by M2. All these things I can do, right? And one more thing is we need to know about the broadcasting. Actually, when do we do the matrix multiplication? Matrix addition. Matrix addition when we perform? When can we perform this matrix addition?
When the shape of two matrices are same.
Yeah, when the size of or when the dimensions of the two matrices are same, then only we can perform the matrix addition, right? So, but coming to the by using the array broadcasting, even though the sizes are different, we can add the two matrices. Suppose if you look at the size of this, look at the shape of this, right? np.array, this is a array, right? Array2 shape is, it is a shape of 3 cross 4, right? Now I am having array4 is a shape of this only 4. It is having only 4 values here, 1 2 3 4. So even though here the dimension is not compatible, as it is a single vector, it is only a single vector, that's why we will be looking at only 4 here. This vector which contains the 4 values, it is not compatible with the shape, even though we can add these two arrays, right? So how can we add? It will going to replicate the same vector for all the rows in for the given for the resultant for the array2 as compatible with the array2, right? That means here 4 2 6 8 you will be getting as a one row, and in the second row you will be getting a 4 2 6 8 again. As a third row you will be getting a 4 2 6 8. Then you can add the respective elements. That is what the broadcasting is. Broadcasting in the sense the same row is going to replicate as it compatible and compatible for the addition with the other matrix, right? So if I run this, yes, if you look at this, the same row is replicated. This is a row which is added by this row, and this is row which is added by this row again, and this row which is added by this row. So we will be getting this output. So here, that is what the broadcasting is. Even though we are not having the same shape of the matrix, we can add the two matrices. But there is a compatibility. Here, the number of columns should be same as the vector size. But if it is not like that, we will not be adding such that. Suppose my array is like this. Array 5 is something like 7, 8. What is the shape of this? It is having only two values. It is not a size of 4. Right. Now, can we able to do this kind of broadcasting? What will be the expected output? Definitely it is a error. Why? Because cannot be broadcasted together with the shape of 3 by 4 and only 2. Whenever we are having a vector of 4, then only we can perform, as it is having the number of columns as a 4, right? That is a broadcasting. And array comparisons that we can do by using the relation operators equal to, not equal to, and all these things. Suppose we have two arrays here. These are the two arrays that what we have. Here, by using these comparison operators, you can compare the two respective elements of the respective matrix. If 1 is equal to 2 or not, 2 is equal to 2 or not, 3 is equal to 3 or not, then you will be getting a matrix of true or false, with true or false like this, right? The same with the remaining also. Right. So next, from the NumPy, there are different kind of various kind of functions we have. Right. We can use all these things. Here I am mentioning only some of the functions here. You can explore the remaining functions from these NumPy documentation. I will share you with that. I will show you the NumPy documentation also. Suppose I want to get a transpose of a matrix. I hope we know what's the transpose of a matrix, right? Rows to columns and columns to rows. That's the transpose of the matrix. Here, just this is a 2 by 3. I'm converting it to 3 by 2, right? By using this, or we can use only T also on the array, right? So we can get that. And the np.poly dir. Poly dir is nothing but a derivative of the polynomial. I hope we know the derivative of a polynomial, right? Suppose we have a polynomial like x squared plus 2x plus 3. I need a derivative with respect to of x of a order 1, right? I hope we know that. So by using this poly dir, we can get that derivative of that. Here, first we need to create a polynomial of some order, right? So here, this is a poly dir, poly 1D. It generates the quadratic polynomial with 2x squared plus 3x plus 4, and it will generate 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. It is a 4 power polynomial, right? 4x squared plus 9x squared plus 5x squared, 4x cube, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4x cube plus 9x squared, 5x 0, 4x power 4. Sorry, 4x power 4, 9x cube, 5x square, 4x plus 5. So we will be getting these polynomials here from x power 4, and these are the two polynomials that what we have. Now by using these polynomials, we can get the derivative of this polynomial, and we can get the derivative of this polynomial of we specified order. Whatever the order that we specify, we can get the polynomial of that, derivative of that. Here for that, we are going to use this function np.polydir, polynomial of order 1. Right. So will you please tell me the output of this? What is the output of what is the derivative of this? The derivative of this is a 4x plus 3, right? Is only of order 1. So we'll be getting 4x plus 3. Right. So now I want the derivative of this with order 2. That means first we want to do the derivative of this, then again we want to do the derivative of that. In the first derivative we will be getting 16x cubed plus 27x squared plus 10x plus 4 we will be getting. If we do again, then 3 into 16 everything will be getting. So here this is the output, right? So like that we can get the derivative of that. And the intersection of the respective array, right? Intersection, the common elements that there is also one more function like this. Intersection of array 1, array 2, you will be getting the intersection of the respective array. That means here the common elements are 3, 4 in it. We will be getting a 3, 4 here. Suppose if you are not having any common elements, then we will be getting a empty array. Yes, sir.
Sir, why there is 48 something?
Why this is a?
Yes, sir.
Here I am doing the derivative of this of order 2, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So if we take a derivative with respect to order 1, let me do this at my side. There is the pen. We will be getting the equation like we will be getting a equation with 16x cube. Then I will take a pen. Will you please give me a second? I will just. Suppose if you see what is the derivative of that equation with respect to x as a first order, you will be getting 16x cube plus 27x square plus 10x plus 4. I hope it is clear now, sir. The first derivative is this.
Yes, sir. Yes.
16x cube plus 27x square plus 10x plus 4. Right.
Yes, sir.
Again,
Yes.
we need to take the derivative of these equation again. That means 16 into 3, then 48x square plus 27 into 2. Then it is 54x plus 10 we will be getting.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
Right. Let me show you this on screen. I hope it is not clear, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Maybe, right. So sorry if it is not clear. I hope you got the point, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, that is the derivative of the quadratic equation as a second time. That is the output of it.
Okay.
So यहाँ पे जो भी common elements रहते हैं इसमें in these arrays you will be getting these common elements here. If there is no common element, then you will be getting these empty array. So this is the basics that I have shared with you on the NPy. Those who are having the knowledge on the NPy already, आपको पहले से इसके बारे में पता है तो it is well and good. If you don't know about this NumPy, right? So you can use this as a starting point and you can explore about this NumPy. आप इस NumPy के बारे में अभी आप explore कर सकते हैं. Here I have a documentation NPy. This is the official documentation. In the where it is here at the end I gave these references here. You can go through these references and you can look at the documentation. All these things you can look at, right? This is one reference I gave you, and the visual intro to the NumPy and data representation, right? Here by using this blog, right? You can look at the visual, how it is, how the values are going to store, how to represent this. This is a visual representation of this. So what is this? So it is also a broadcasting 1 into 2, 1. It is a array of into multiplying. So it is a kind of broadcasting, right? So all these things you can look at. I shared these information, and this is a one GitHub link. from these all the exercises on NumPy you can work on, right? Introduction to NumPy, understanding data types, all these things, right? You can all these are the different notebooks that you can work on later, right? All these are the official documents here. You can work on this. So these are the references for the NumPy. So here the point, coming to the machine learning, the point is it is very difficult for us to remember all the things. ये तो हमको बहुत प्रॉब्लम, we are not able to remember, right? हमको सभी याद करना तो मुश्किल ही होता है. So then what to do? We need to know what to do actually. हमको पता होना चाहिए कि हमको क्या करना है, right? If we know that हमको पता है yes इसके बाद ये स्टेप के बाद हमको ये करना है, even though if we don't know what to apply there, you can Google it, you can search in the through the internet and you can get that information. So it is not required to remember all these things, but we need to know how to use this. That is what the main point coming to these data analysis and the machine learning. So I hope the NumPy is clear to you all. Yes. I hope this notebook is clear to you all. Yes. Okay then. So, okay, we will go to the next notebook now. That is Introduction to Pandas. So again, I already shared these things with you. The Pandas basics. Please, I request all of you to please open the Pandas basics. I hope you all are with me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir. And I request all of you to please open the notebook pandas_basics. I hope you all opened the notebook, right? Right. So if you open the respective notebook, you will be getting this kind of interface. Right. This is the interface. Now from this, it is already executed. I executed this. Right. So to clear the outputs, what we need to do? Will you please tell me what I need to do to clear all the outputs? ये आउटपुट सब क्लियर करने के लिए मुझको क्या करना है? Will you please tell me what I need to do to? Yes.
To start the Jupyter notebook. Go to now. Yes, go to kernel and to start the.
Yes. Go to kernel. Go to kernel. Restart
and clear output.
Then restart and clear all outputs. Yes. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Right. So now our notebook is fresh now. Right. Now we can execute this notebook from our end now. Right. It is clear now. Right. Yes. Now start with these pandas. Yes. So previously we gone through one library, that is NumPy, right? So NumPy is something that it only work on the numerical data. So maybe you are getting some kind of disturbance, right, in between. Are you getting any disturbance? Actually, there is some other work is going beside to my home. Or is my voice clear to you all, right? I hope there is no problem in that, right?
Yes, sir.
There is no problem, sir. It is clearly.
Yeah, thank you very much. I'm getting some disturbance from outside actually. जो थोड़ा बाहर थोड़ा वो construction काम कुछ चल रहा है. So I'm getting the disturbance. I hope you are also getting the same thing, right? No, Right. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Thank you for confirming that. So now whatever the real-time data that what we have, it is a combination of both. Actually, it is a combination of textual information. It is a combination of the numerical data. Right. So now we know how to work on the numerical data by using NumPy. Now we need to know how to work on these textual data also. Right. Why? Because by using the pandas now we can work on the both. We can work on both the numerical data and the textual data. So this is a pandas on top of NumPy, which is already implemented, and we have some functions we already have with us. By using those, we can work on this. So first, इसमें क्या है? इसमें we'll be talking about the two. One is series and the other one is a data frame. We will see what is a series and what is data frame. Before that, उससे पहले हमको ये देखना है कि what is how to import these pandas. So this is a way to import the pandas. Import pandas as PD. Import pandas as PD and PD __ version to look at the version that what we have in our system, right? Or you can use the print also. If you are using the print, it is okay. Otherwise, you will no problem. Right? Yes. So here in my system, the pandas is already there. And the version here is 1.3.4. For maybe for your end, it might be different, right? So to talk about the pandas, we need to look at the series, data frame, and index. So yes, as we will be working on the NumPy also, right? On top of this, again, just execute that. Now we start with the series. Series is a one-dimensional index, one-dimensional array, right? Suppose there is a array like this, just like a list, like this is a list, and I can create this list into the panda series, right? So how to create that? PD.series, it takes only the one-dimensional data. Here the data is a only one-dimensional data, and the index is a optional. If we don't give any index, it starts with a 0 to n-1. Right, the index, this is the index 0 to n-1, the values we are storing here, right? So now if you look at the, by using this here, it is a data frame now, right? Data is a now data frame. It is a one-dimensional data frame that we can say. And to look at the values of the data frame, by using the dot values, we can access the values of the respective series. And by using the dot index, we can access the indices of that. So here by using dot values, we will be getting whatever the values we have here, 0.25, 2.50, 75, and 1. You will be getting those values here as a NumPy array. This is a NumPy array now. Here by using the indices, whatever the indices that what we have 0, 1, 2, 3, those indices we will be getting, like as a starts from 0 to stop from 4. 4 is nothing but 4 minus 1, 3, right? With the step size 1. This is the index range we will be getting here. Now we can access like a array only by using the index value. If data of 1 means nothing but 0.5, the same, there is no special from series, you can get all these things. So suppose if I added my own index to the respective data, so instead of getting 0, 1, 2, 3 here, you will be getting this series, we will be getting the indices as the A, B, C, D, right? So indices as A, B, C, D and the values. We can access the respective value by using the index. A of data of B is nothing but 0.50, right? We will be getting that value. So whatever the index that we are providing here, it may not be a sequence. It is not a contiguous. It may not be non-contiguous or non-sequence, right? So here it can be anything like year 2, 5, 3, 7, right? It is not a continuous, right? It is random values that I gave. So Yes, the respective index is added. The respective index is added to this data frame, and we can access the values by using the respective index. That's it. I hope you already know about the dictionaries, right? Yesterday, Mukta ma'am already explained you about all these things. And this is the way to create a dictionary. Dictionary, which it is a kind of key value pair. Whatever we are keeping here, it is a key, and colon, whatever we are keeping here, it is a value. It is a dictionary is something that it stores the key value pairs. It stores the key value pairs. So key will be the unique, and the value, it may be a list or anything. Here I am just creating a dictionary of a population of the respective cities. For California, this is the population. For Texas, this is the population, like that. So if you run this, yes. Right. So this is a, here I didn't mention any indices, right? But as a dictionary, these key values will act as a indices here, right? So by using these indices, you can access the values. That is about the single dimension. Now, if we talk about the multi-dimension, like it is a data frame. Data frame is something, it is a multi-dimensional, right? So for the whenever we have a multi-dimensional, we need to add the data. Along with the data, there will be a rows and there will be a columns also. Indices and the columns, both we need to add. Right. So data is just a data that what we have. It is a two-dimensional array or something, ND array. And the index, it is optional. But if we don't mention any index, it will start from 0 to the data values n-1. The same like columns also. Right. So here what I'm doing, I'm just, what is the meaning of this statement? Will you please tell me? What is the meaning of this statement? np dot random dot randint of 1, 10, size of 20.
Firstly, it will generate a matrix, random matrix of size 20, and then reshape it into 5 cross 4.
Yes. So first from this, we will be getting the 20 values of from the 1 to 20, right? Any 20 values we will be getting, random 20 values we will be getting, right? After getting these 20 values, I'm generating a matrix of 5 by cross, right? Yes, exactly. Now after getting these matrix, here I'm getting a matrix. For that, I'm adding the rows and columns. I'm using this. Why I'm using all these things? Where I'm using all these things? Let's see now. Here I'm creating a data frame. df is a some data frame, some variable here. It is a some variable. You can give anything here, df1 or df2, anything that you can give, right? So df is equal to, how to create a data frame? Data frame, which this is the syntax of the data frame, right? Here pandas or pd, both are same. As well as in the place of pandas, I am using pd. Why? Because as well as I use it there as a pd, right? So pd dot data.
The panda is
data.
used like that PD.
Yes, sir.
The panda is
Yes,
used
sir.
like that PD. SPD.
PD,
Panda
yes.
SPD. Okay,
Yes,
fine.
yes. That we imported, na sir, already here.
Yeah, sir. Yeah. You mentioned in earlier.
Yes, here. Yes,
Okay, sir.
exactly. Thank you. So where are we? Here we are, right? So what we are adding here? Here we need a data. Sorry. Here we need a data. Data is, what is the data? Whatever the matrix that what we have, this is the data. I am passing that matrix data as a data. And index, I need to add the index, right? Whatever the row labels I have used here. What are the row labels here? A, B, C, D, E are the row labels. So I am using those as an index. And my column headings for the respective column. So my column headings as columns as my column headings, right? So these are the information I need to pass to this data frame to generate a two-dimensional data frame. So if I click, this is just a print statement. Nothing is there. Yes. So the data frame looks like how it is look like. Here it is a matrix. Here this is a just general matrix of 5 by cross. For on this matrix, I'm adding the indices and the column headings here like this. Right. So this is a two-dimensional data frame. Suppose by using dot index means you will be getting A, B, C, D, E, columns means W. All these things we will be getting. Right. So df of W means we will be getting the whole column information. All the column information like of W of this W. Suppose if I want to access the respective row, I need to use the dot L location, LOC. I will show you that coming. So as as data frame, it can access the not a number type also, non-val, and a non-val also it will accept. Why? Because coming to the real-time data set, we cannot expect that the data is clean. It may contain some missing values in some rows or in some columns even. Getting or not, we will be getting some kind of non-clean data we will be getting from the real life, from the real side. Right? We cannot expect that our whole data contains all values will be placed there, right? So here these pandas can access those missing values also, not a number values also, right? Suppose I have a data frame here. I created a dictionary with A, B with values 1, 2. Here again I created a dictionary with here B and C. Here in this dictionary I am not having C here. Coming to this dictionary, I am not having A here. So in place of A in the first, in the place of C in the first, in the place of A in the next, what we can expect? We can expect the non value there. Right. So in the place of first, A as 1.0 and B as 2 and C, there is no value as C here, right? So it is non value for next one also. So again, we can generate this one more data frame that I created with the dictionary. Here again, it is a dictionary here. This is a dictionary. This dictionary contains the key name as a key. Name as a key, which contains Abdul Aziz Christian Jack. And the age as a one more key, and the respective values are 10, 20, 21, all these things. I'm creating a data frame with this. Here I'm not having the index value, so it will take its own indexes. As I didn't create any index here, I just created these. Yes, I gave the indices here. It is creating. It is here I gave the indices, right? Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4. I gave that. So those values it is taking. Suppose if I didn't give these indices, it will start from 0, 1, 2, 3 like that. Now I want to access what it just I created a one more data frame. That's it. Here I have one more data frame. Now this is also a one dictionary. You can look at the dictionary which contains a name, age, address, and the qualification. And I'm creating a data frame here. And I can access the selected columns. If I want to access, as I can access the selected columns. So this is whole the data frame here is. This is the whole data frame. Now I can access the respective only selected columns. I want to access the name and the qualification as I can access that like this. Right. So one more thing that I already told you, suppose I want to access the whole row. Right, by using the location df.loc of A. LOC of A means it gives name as Abdul, age as 27, address as Delhi, and the qualification as MTech. Those things we will be getting here. Right, name as Abdul, age as something like this. So, and actually here, these are the way to create a data frame, but in a real time, we will be working on the data set which is already provided to us. It's a real time data set, right? So those data set formats may be their file, may be a CSV file, Excel file, or maybe a JSON file. All these kind of files we will be having in a real time. So by using these pandas ना, ये pandas से हम ये सब files को हम access कर सकते हैं, right? So this is a one way to access the respective file. Here is pd.read.csv. So here I already gave you these data CSV file. मैं already आपको दिया था ये data CSV file आपको दिया था मैं. So here this is the data. कहाँ पे वो? यहाँ पे है. So data CSV file. If you open this, yes, you can look at the data CSV file. ये तो data CSV file that I already gave it to you, right? ये already दिया था मैं आपको. So now we are loading this data CSV file. इसको ओपन करना है, राइट? सो दैट इज df is equal to, यहाँ पे path देना है. दिस इज अ path that we need to provide here, right? Yes, this it is working on the it is on the same working directory. Both files on the same working directory, the pandas basics and my data file, they are on the same working directory. So I am directly using the data that is file name here, that is data.csv. Otherwise we need to mention the path of the file here. Okay, so now here this is the way to read the respective CSV file, read_CSV, and we need to provide the respective location of the respective file. And as if you run this, you can print this respective file, right? So here it is having this duration, pulse, max pulse, and the calories, right? It is having some data here. So it is at the end here आप देख सकते हैं the shape of the respective file. इसका shape भी आप देख सकते हैं यहाँ पे. That is 169x4, right? So quickly we can get some information about the data by using these methods. हमको yes we have a data, real time data set हमारे पास है. हम अब उस डेटा के बारे में कुछ जानकारी चाहते हैं, right? We want to know.
Hello, excuse me, sir.
Yes, sir, please.
If the data is, I mean that it is a CSV file is in another directory, then how can we access like that os.import?
No need of os.import. You can add the path of it. Path add
please, can you mention again, please?
Yes. Suppose this is the file I have, right?
Okay.
Suppose this. Yes. So this is the file, right? So it is on the same desktop, and these two files, this data and this pandas._basics, they both are in the same directory here on the same desktop. So that's why here I gave the directly file name. Otherwise I need to mention the path here. I hope you are getting my point.
Can you put on example of how to mention the path?
Yes. Copy the path. Maybe you can add the path here. यहाँ पे ना ऐसा नहीं होता, यहाँ पे तो रिवर्स कॉलम देना चाहिए. ओके
सर चल जाता है उससे.
Yes, like this.
Okay, thank you, sir.
I hope you are getting my point, right? I hope it is clear, right?
Definitely, sir.
Yes. Yeah. So अब हमारे पास तो एक रियल टाइम डेटा सेट है. सपोज वी डोंट नो अबाउट द दैट डेटा सेट, राइट? सो हमको उस डेटा सेट के बारे में थोड़ा बहुत जानकारी चाहिए. वी वांट टू नो अबाउट द रेस्पेक्टिव डेटा सेट. So quickly to understand about the data set, so we need to use these methods here: head, tail, sample, info, and describe. By using these things, we can get some information about the data set. Yes, this data set is behaving like this, like that. So यहाँ से head है ना, head से हमको क्या मिलता है? We can get the first 5 samples of the respective whole data set. Here we have the whole data set, right? Suppose I want to look at the first 5 samples, I can use the head, right? So in head, if I am passing some number, then I will be getting those number of samples, like head of 3, then I will be getting the first 3 samples of it. Now by using the data frame dot tail, then I will be getting the last 5 samples. I'm getting last 5 samples. Suppose if I want to look at last 7 or 10 samples, as I can give the number here with how many samples I want to look at from the last, right? And actually they are in a continuous, right? Head and tail, they are continuous. Suppose I want to look at the random information about the data, right? Random samples I want to know. So by using this sample, it provides any random columns or any random rows from the respective data. It will provide whatever the number that you are giving here. Suppose here I gave the 10. Suppose if you run this, I will be getting a 10 samples. Suppose if I provide any 13, then I will be getting a 13 samples. If you run the same code again and again, you will be getting a different sample here, right? That is what the sample is. Now, again, by using the .info, df.info, by using the info method, we can get the whole information about the data frame. Whatever the data that we have, we can get all the information about. To know the information about the data frame, we can use info, right? That means it will tell you about what are the columns the respective data is having, what are the type, the column type the respective data is having, how much memory size it is going to take to store the respective data. All these information, whether the columns are having the null values or not, all these information we will be getting by using the df.info. If I run this df.info, if you see this, what are the columns that we have in the data? Duration, pulse, max pulse, and the calories, right? So these are the column info: duration, max pulse, and the max pulse and the calories. And how many values it is having? It is having 169 values that I already told you here. 169. Right? So it is a 169 columns. Yes, it is having 169 columns. And it is having no null values. There are no, इसमें तो null values की बात ही नहीं है. There are no null values. And what is the type of the respective column? The type of the duration is int. The type of the pulse is int. The type of the max pulse is int. The type of the calories is float. Like that we will be getting. And it will tell you about how much size it can store. It can how much space it is taking to store. It is taking 5.4 KB to store the respective file. So by using the info now, you will be getting a higher picture of the respective data. And there is one more method is there, like describe. By using the describe method, we can understand how the values are arranged in between, right? So by using the describe, you can get how many values are there, what is the mean of the respective column, standard deviation of the respective column, what is the minimum value in it, what is the maximum value in it. All these information we will be getting, all the statistical information we will be getting on the respective data. So this is on the duration, on the every column, right? Duration, pulse, max pulse. It is having all these many number of values we have, right? And the mean of the respective duration is this, and the standard deviation is this, and the minimum value in the duration column is 15. Minimum value is 80. Max value is like this, and the max pulse value is 100. And these are the maximum values. right? All these things we will be getting. And the transpose, you can take the transpose of that. It's just a transpose. That's it, right? So this is a way to handle the real-time data set. This is a way to handle the real-time data set. Now in the coming notebook, now we will be working on the real-time data set. We will be doing the data analysis, right? So on the real-time data set that we will see. So before that, here I gave you some information here, some notebooks here. You can go through these notebooks to understand more about the pandas. Here there are already some notebooks are available here. You can understand these notebooks, right? How to deal with the missing values, index, and all these things. And there is one more notebook here, right? So on IMDb only we will be working on that. So you can look at these. You can go through these references. So this is also a brief about the pandas, right? So those who are already having some knowledge about the pandas, it is very good. Maybe those who are not having knowledge about these pandas, this is a kind of kickstart to look at these pandas, right? So then after we will start with the data analysis on the real-time data set. The real-time data set that we will be working on is IMDb data set. Here, this is the IMDb data set. I will be telling you about this data set, right? I will tell you about this. So I hope it is clear till this point, right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes, thank you very much. So let's take a break for now. You are in front of the mobile phones or in front of these laptops for around 3 hours, right? From 9 to 10 and 11, 2 hours, right? So take a break for 10 minutes, refresh yourself, right? So we will be back again at 11:15, right? So then we will be looking at how to do the data analysis on the real-time data set, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, take a break for 10 minutes. I will be back in 10 minutes. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, welcome back. Yeah. Let's look at these LMS ones. So how the things are going. So still there are only 15 faculty are in LMS, right? So yes, I request remaining faculty also to join into the LMS and enroll to the course. Yes. So I'm audible, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. So let's now start with the IMDb data analysis. I request all of you to please open EDA_IMDb dataset. There is a file that I shared with you, EDA_IMDb dataset, along with the IMDb dataset. So these two are required. Please keep these two files on your desktop. Okay. So, and this is the notebook that we want to walk through now. Okay. So here again, this is the notebook which is already executed. So to clean this, what we need to do, we need to go to the kernel, restart and clear output. Just restart and clear all outputs. Then your notebook is fresh now. Right. Now you can walk through it. So shall we start? Or do we wait for 2 more minutes? How many are there? 27. So 2 to 3 faculty left this session now. So let's wait for 2 more minutes. I will start the session by 11:20 exactly. Yes, let's start. So go to the notebook. Yeah. So at first, what is EDA is? EDA is a exploratory data analysis, right? So whenever we want to do these machine learning model or anything, first we need to spend our more time on the EDA only before modeling, before building the model on the respective real-time data set. So why we need to do these EDA means हमको क्यों करना चाहिए? So whatever the real-time data set that we are getting, so that real-time data set it is not a clean data set. It may contain like a missing value. It may be having some missing values in a rows and columns, right? And we need to investigate. First, we need to investigate and we need to understand about the data. हमको data के बारे में थोड़ा बहुत जानना चाहिए, how it is performing. So we need to understand what kind of insights we can get out of the data by using the EDA process. So these things we can do by using the EDA. Now here in this notebook, what we are doing, we will be doing this data analysis or exploratory data analysis on IMDb dataset. On IMDb dataset. So I hope हमको सबको पता है what is IMDb is, right? So IMDb is a popular website. We can rate on the respective movie, right? So whenever we want to watch the movie, so what we do, we go to the respective, we go to the IMDb website. If the rating is good there, then we watch the respective movie. These things we frequently do actually. That is a popular one website for the rating purpose, right? So here what I'm doing here, I got this respective IMDb data set. Yes. Yeah. Here I got this IMDb data set from the Kaggle, right? So this is a Kaggle website. Here I gave the link here in these here itself. Here this is the link for the respective website. You can explore, you can get the website. I hope you know what the Kaggle is. So in the Kaggle, there are some computations. They talk about the machine learning and the deep learning and all these things, right? So ये सब के बारे में ये तो बात करते रहते हैं. ये तो community है data science के बारे में. So from the Kaggle, we can join to the respective different competitions also of different machine learning competitions, and we can you can explore all these things, right? So this is a data set that what we have, that what we are doing the data analysis is on. So let me explain you about the data set now. So this data set which contains 6K plus films, right? So here 6000K films hai. So this is about the data set now. Understand the data set, right? So here which contains these many number of rows and these number of columns, and these are the number of columns. Name is a name of the movie or a name of the web series, and it is not a data actually, it is a date. It is a date, date. Right, it is a date. So date is nothing but when the respective movie is released, right? And the rating, the respective rating for the movie, and the number of votes given by the users to the respective movie or a web series. And it is a genre, it is maybe a action, drama, romance, or sci-fi, or all these things. All these are the genres. And the duration of the film or a duration of an episode that we can add here. And the type, whether the type that means the film, whether it is a movie or it is a film or a series, right? So, and there's different certificates are there, right? These are the different certificates. Means the respective movie can watch by to whom, whether it is watchable by the children or not. It can be watchable by the younger people or not, or it can be only for the adults, right? All these are the certificates. PG-13, TV, PG, and the R is restricted for the below 17 and all these things, right? So all these are the certificates. So these are the different columns. This is a description about the data set. I hope it is clear. Right. Now we will be starting about these data analysis part now. So here, first what we do, we prepare the data set, and in the name of preparation, we clean the data set. That is what we are doing now. Clean whatever. I will tell you what is the cleaning and everything is, how we are preparing the data set for the data analysis and the machine learning modeling also. We will see that. And Now here, these are the modules that we need, the NumPy and pandas. So first import the data set, right? This is the data set. It is a CSV file, pd.csv, read CSV, imdb_csv. So here, if the file is not in your working directory, then you need to give the path. Previously, I explained you that. So this is the whole data set that what we have, right? So by using the shape, as it is a two-dimensional, by using the shape, we can get the shape of the data set. imdb_df.shape. Here it is having 6178 rows and 14 columns, right? So to look at the data set, so the starting 5 samples, by using the head, we can get the starting 5 samples. And by using the tail, by using, if you want to look at the last, if you want to look at the last 5 samples, imdb underscore df dot tail. So by using the tail, you can get the last 5 samples, that what we have. And by using the sample, as you can get the sample imdb dot sample of, suppose I want to look at the first any SAMPLE, right? SAMPLE sample, we can get any IMDB is not there, IMDB underscore DF, right? DF is there, right? So IMDB underscore DF dot sample of 10, you will be getting any sample data from the data from that data set that what we have. So if you run these, you will be getting a all different samples. So, and by the columns, if you want to look at what are the columns that what we have here, these are the column names, right? So if you want to know about all the 14 column names, all these are the 14 column names that what we have: name, date, rate, vote, genre, duration, all these are the columns, right? So, and tell me what we will be getting by the info. Why we use the info? Will you please tell me why do we use this info? info, हम info क्यों यूज करते हैं? So we use the info to look at the information about the data set that what we have. It will provide the number of columns, the type of the column, that it what it is having, whether it is having null values or not. All this information we will be getting by using the info, right? So this is what the info is. Info tells you about, it gives the information about the data set that what we have. And the describe, right? If you look at this data, if you look at this information here, we have the type as object, the data type. That means the information that is stored on the respective column. It might be a, there are mainly 3 different types. One is a integer, other one is a float, other one is a object, right? Integer is nothing but it is a integer value like 20, 30 like that. Float value, I hope you know, it is a real value, right? And the object, it tells you it object is nothing but it stores the textual information, string, right? So now if you look about these info, if you look at this info, by this name, the name of the movie, as it should be in a textual format, yes, it is object only. Date, date is nothing but a year here, that is 2007, 2021, 2004, 2020, all these things. These are the, this is the year. Yes, it is a integer only. Year is a integer. And coming to rate, what is the rate here? Rate is 7.7, 7.6. It is a floating value. It should be a numerical value, right? It is a floating value, but as per data, it is given as an object. I hope you are getting my point, right? As per actually it is a what it is 7.7, 7.6, 7.2. This is a floating value. It should be type of float 32 or float 64. But as per data, it considered as an object. That means it is considering as a textual information, but it is not like that. It should not be like that, right? I hope you are getting my point. Say yes or no? Sir, is this clear or not? Whatever I am saying now. Am I audible or not?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I hope I am audible, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, thank you, sir. So is this things are clear? Whatever I am mentioning now, actually the name is a object type. Why? Because it is a textual information. And date, it is a integer type. Why? Because it is in a integer. It is a only year, right? It is also a integer value. But coming to rate, but looking at the values in a rate, here the 7.7, 7.6 like this. These are the real values. These are the float values. That means the type of the rate should be float, right? The type of the float should be the type of the rate should be float. But here we have an object. That means the one cleaning part that we need to do is we need to change the type of the rate. I hope you are getting my point. What we are doing? What is the cleaning that we need to do? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Right. Okay.
Can you explain again, sir? Why?
Yes. Thank you. I will explain. See, sir. So this is the info, right? By the imdb.info, we will be getting these information, right? So by this, here these are the column names: name, date, rate, vote. These are the column names. Here these are the name, date, rate. All these are the column names are here, right? Now here how many values that what we have? This is the number, that is okay. Now coming to the D type, that is a data type of the respective column. Data type of the respective column means what kind of data the respective column is storing. Okay. Now by looking at this, by looking at the info, name is a object. Actually in this Python, right? We'll be having three types of data sets, three types of data types. One is an integer, other one is a float, and one more is an object. We know what is an integer is. Integer value is nothing but a normal 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 6, 7 like that. That is an integer value. And the float value is something that which is in a real, like 5.7, 10.7, 3.20 like that. It is a floating value. Now what is an object? Object is a type which stores the textual information or a string information. So now the name, here we have a name here, right? Name is a data type. It is an object. Name as an object type. That means it stores the name of the movie or a name of the data, name of the series, web series. Right. So it is in a textual information. Yes, it is good only. Now coming to date, date is a year here, that is 2007, 2021. It is also a number. It is okay. Date is also okay. It is an integer type. Now coming to rate, what is rate? It is in a 7.7, 6.7 and 7.2. It is in a floating information. It is a floating, that is a real value. The type of the rate, what should be the type of the rate? Actually, in general, what should be the type of the rate? It should be float. It should be float. But as per the data, what we have, the type of the rate is object, but it should not be an object. It should be a float here. Right. That is what the cleaning that we need to do. So previously, whatever the data we are getting there, they mentioned the type of that as an object. but we need to change the type of the rate here. That is what the cleaning that we need to do. I hope you are getting my point, right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, right. Similarly, if you look at the votes.
Sir, pardon, sir. Excuse me, sir. Pardon. Please clarify this point, please, sir.
कौन सा point, sir?
Sir, that is the data cleaning.
सर यहाँ पे rate है ना सर?
Okay.
Rate is a object type. It is as a data. It is given as a object type, sir. But if you look at the type information here, rate, it is in a 7.7, 6.7.9. It is a floating information, floating value, right? Right. So the type of the
Yes.
rate should be float here. But
Okay.
the type it is given as a object that we need to change.
Okay.
Okay, sir. I hope it is clear.
Okay,
now.
sir. So,
Right.
yeah.
Similarly,
Thanks.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Similarly, coming to votes. अब votes भी दिख ले तो the vote here as per the data, the votes is having object. But as a voter, it is a number of votes. It is a number only. It should be, it is also a integer or it is also a maybe float, maybe. Right. So we need to change the vote also. Right. Similarly, genre is a textual information. There is no problem. But coming to the duration, what is the duration here? How much time for the respective episode? That is 30 minutes, 43 minutes, 43 minutes, like that. So duration is also an integer value or maybe a floating value, maybe. But here as per data, we have a object. That means it is considering this value as a textual information, but it is not a textual information. So this is what we need to clean. We need to change the type of the respective columns also. We need to change the type of the respective columns also, right? So we need to do all those things. So yes, keep these things in your at your place. So we will be working on all these things, right? These are the points I want to mention here. Now let's look at the describe. So now let's look at the describe. So what I told you, describe, it describes it's give the statistical information about the data frame, and it works on only on the numerical data type, numerical columns, right? That means describe, if I run this cell now, imdb.describe, it will work on only the numerical columns. So tell me, what are the numerical columns that what we have till now? What are the numerical columns that what we have till now? As per the data, we will be having only date as a numerical column. Remaining all are object only. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, right. So if we run this describe, I will be getting the description of only the date. If I run the describe, I will be getting the description of only the date. But actually here I need to get I need a description of rate. I need a description of vote, and I need a description of duration also, as they are numerical value, but I'm not getting those information. Why? Because the type of the respective columns are object, right? So I need to change the type of that to get the description of that. We will do that. So yes, here I gave you describe applies only on the numerical features. You can read this. You can read this documentation. I documented everything. So describe applies only on the numerical features. So we did not able to see the description of rate, vote, and duration, as the type of those features are object. as those type are object, right? So to get the description of those features, we need to understand. Suppose in a cleaning process, we need to convert those features into numeric for the better understanding of the data. We need to understand the data, right? So we will do that. And suppose if I want to get the description of the object features also, actually by using the description of these, only if I use only the description, I will be getting the description of only the numerical features. हमको numerical features के बारे में ही आता है इसमें, right? Suppose if I want to get the information about the object features also, then I need to add include is equal to object. इसको add करना है हमको. I need to pass this argument. If I add this, then I will be getting the description of the object features also. Now here you can see the description of rate, vote, duration also. Why? Because as per data, they are object type. I hope you are following me. Right. So what is the description we will be getting for the object here? What kind of description? We will be getting how many unique values the respective, how many unique values we have, right? That means, so as per from the name column, how many unique movies or a web series that we have, how many unique or unique films and web series that we have, right? So from the name we have 40804820 unique names and web series that we have. That means actually we have 6178, but among that only we have 4820 unique name. That means the remaining maybe they are repeating, they are duplicate, right? So which is top among them? Which is top among them? King Kong movie is top among them, and it is repeating for 5 times in the data. That is what the description. By using the describe, we will be getting these information, right? So from the vote and rate, we will not be getting any information here. Why? Because they are the numerical information, but as their object that they are just mentioned here, we will not be getting anything here. Coming to genre, the most of the web series or films, they are belongs to the comedy, right? And there are around 268 comedy movies or web series are there in the data set, right? And coming to type, we have around more number of films in the data set. Apart from this series, compared to series, we have more number of movies, films in the data set, and we have 446 number of movies in the data set. So like this, and if you look at the certificate, so the most of the films or web series are restricted type certificate. That means those web series and films, they are not good to watch below 17 years, right? So most of the films and web series are R-rated movies and web series are there in the data set, right? And there are around 1885 number of movies and films are there. So these kind of information, by looking at the description, what we are getting, we will be getting this kind of information about the data. So by looking at the data, yes, we can take some decision, right? Yes, the data is having restricted movies, the certificate of restricted with films and web series are there mostly, right? So like that, we will be getting some kind of information we will be getting, right? So now suppose if you work on the name, now suppose if I'm working on the name, so from the name, as I told you that there is a movie King Kong, right, which is repetitive for 5 times. So let's see whether it is a duplicate or not. Is it a duplicate movie or it is a new movie? By looking at the data, we can get that. So now first create what we call a IMDb, that is King Kong data frame. Let's create a King Kong data frame. Now from the name, if I add this King Kong, then I will be getting a series of true and false. So I am passing this series of true or false at this location so that I will be getting a data from this whole data. I will be getting a data of King Kong movie. So from this, I will be getting only true or false. It is just a true or false, right? So suppose if I pass this series here in this location, wherever there is a true, those rows are going to be saved in the King Kong data, right? So if I run this, I will be getting only the King Kong data here. Now, if you look at the years, they are released on different years with the different rates. That means we can say that the name feature in the what we saw, it is a King Kong. It is, we thought it is a duplicate, but it is not a duplicate, right? So it is a different only. I hope you are following me. Yes or no, sir?
Yes, yes, sir. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, right. Thank you. So now to look at the missing values in the data set, we can use, there are two different methods we can use to look at the missing values in the data set. By using isNA or by using isNull, we will be using the both. So to look at these, if we run these isNA any, so by looking at this, it is clearly telling that there are no missing values in the data set. As of now, the features are not having missing values as of now. As per this, it is telling that the features are not having any missing values. Now let's look at the same thing after a couple of steps. Let's what happened. So here we understood that one thing that we need to do. What is that? We need to change the type of these features, that is rate, vote, duration, to the numerical feature, right? As they are in an object type. So we will be converting that. Before converting that, if you look at the vote, if you look at the vote feature in the data set, vote feature, they are the comma separated values, right? That is 13,691, 35,262. They are comma separated values. Actually, we as a number, we should not consider a comma. We should not keep any comma there for the number, right? To store that information in our memory. So first we need to remove the comma from our the word. It is a comma separated value. We need to remove the comma. So to remove the comma, what we need to do? So this is a code that we can execute to remove the comma. Here I am running this. It is right. So data set in votes value, they are given as 107, 173. They are comma separated values. To change the type of the vote feature, first we need to convert these comma separated value to the non-comma separated value. That we need to do. So how can we do this? This is the code to do that. So what I'm doing, I'm running this for all the columns, all the rows, right? I need to work on all the rows. So what we'll be getting from the range 0 to the shape of 0. So will you please tell me what we are, what will be the value here? IMDb underscore df dot shape of 0. What will be the value here? What is the IMDb underscore df dot shape? Let me write it. IMDb underscore df dot shape shape. what we are getting? We are getting a tuple of rows and columns, right? It is a shape of 0 means what is the out, what will be the getting, what we are getting here of 0 means
First column. The
first
column.
value we will be getting, not a first column, first value, that is
First.
6178. That means we are running this for loop for all the columns from 0 to 6178. I hope you are getting my point. We are running this for loop for 0 to 6178, right? So instead of these, we can add 6178 also here. So what we are doing now, we are taking the votes where we need to change. What we need to change? We need to change the vote information. If there is any comma in the vote, we are replacing that comma just by using the replace. By using the replace, we are replacing the comma by the empty space. Now, if I run this, then if you look at this, now as IMDb of vote, we are not having any commas, right? Getting or not? I hope it is clear, right?
Yes, sir.
Sir, is this clear or not, sir? To everyone. Right. Right. Now we are converting these to the numerical features, right? So I'm converting the red feature to the numeric. It takes some parameters. Just add this parameter. First, we need to send the column, right? And the errors, it is a default parameter that we can add, and we are converting into the integer, right? Cached. So if we run this, then if you look at the info again, now if you see the type of these features, now the rate feature is a float. By default, it is taking it as a float, and the vote feature is also float, and the duration is also now float. Right. So we converted those object features to the numerical feature. This is the one step of cleaning that what we did. Right. Now, after converting those columns into the features, now let's look at the is there any null value or not? Right. If you look at this, now I am looking at the null value is null, and I am summing how many null values the respective column is having. If I click on this, if I run this, previously the rate, vote, and duration, it is giving false. It is telling that there are no null values in the respective columns. But after converting those features into the numerical features, now if you look at these rate, vote, and duration, they are having some null values here. They are having some null values in the sense nan values, not a number value. Right. So we need to remove this nan value. So here now the feature rate, vote, duration having some missing value as nan. They're having some nan values. Clean these nan values by imputing 0 in place of nan. So I'm just cleaning this value so that instead of nan value, I'm keeping it as 0. So I'm just replacing in place of nan with a 0. Now, if I look at this again, you can interchangeably you can use is null or is NA. Both are same. Interchangeably you can use. Right? It both use the same thing. So here now we are not having any null values in anywhere. We are replaced those null values with the zeros now. Now, will you please tell me what will be the what are the features we will be getting in the description of this? What is if I run this, what kind of features we will be getting in the description. Previously, if I imdb_df.describe, if I run this code, I will be getting only the date feature, right? Previously. Now, if I run this, what I will be getting? What are the features I will be getting?
Date, duration, rate.
Yes, all the numerical features we will be getting, right? All the numerical features like date, rate, duration, vote, right? So, right, date, rate, vote, duration. All these things we can get from this description. So here date is just a date. No need to worry about the date. Just leave it. Now coming to rate, if you look at the rate, so the minimum rating for the respective movie is given as 0. Actually, maybe it is not like that. We replaced some nan value with 0, right? That's why we'll be getting maybe that as 0. And if you look at the maximum rating of the movie, that we can see it as a 9.7 is given. Maybe that may be a maximum rating. If you look at the votes, their votes has a very big value. Their exponent values they are given here. Okay. And if you look at the duration, the mean duration of the respective movie is given as 89 minutes, right? And the maximum duration for the respective movie is given as 900 minutes. Maybe it is a web series, right? Now, if you look at the description of the object, we will be getting the description of the object features. Now, in this description, we will not be having the rate, vote, and duration, right? So, is anybody having any doubt? Right. Right. So this is these are the some cleaning steps that we did here, right? ये तो थोड़े cleaning steps है. What are the cleaning steps that what we did here? Replacing these that is changing the column type of the column from one type to other type, and cleaning the missing values. So these are the some cleaning steps that what we did. Now we will be working on the visualization. Now we can visualize the data. Actually, by looking at the data, by looking at this data, we will not be getting any kind of information, just a data. But if we visualize the data, we will be getting more information out of it. So we can easily understand the visual information apart from the textual information or the table information. Right. Now let's look at the data analysis or exploratory analysis by using the visualization. So for the visualization, now we are importing this matplotlib, seaborn, all these things. So just import these matplotlib and the seaborn. Now this is the IMDb data frame that what we have. From this, we will not be getting any information, right? Suppose I want to know which film is having the highest rating and everything. We will not be getting all these things by looking at only this data. So we will be seeing all those things. We will be asking some interesting questions on the data to get the insights out of it. We will see that. So now let's work on the univariate analysis. Univariate analysis is nothing but looking at only the one feature. First, now look at the date feature, right? So that means I want to know how many, I want to know the count of movies or web series released on the respective year. And at what year there is a peak number of movies or peak number of web series like that, if I want to know, right? So here is just a figure size. By using the count plot, I'm just counting the number of movies and web series on the respective year, right? I'm passing the date, respective year, and I'm sorting those values from the least year to the highest year, right? If you run this, yes. So I am having movies and web series are from the 1922 to 2023. There is a future releasing movies or web series also there. Maybe there are some movies and web series are all there. Now, by looking at this plot, we can understood that in a year 2021, there is a maximum number of movies and web series are released. There may be around 700 plus movies are released there. Right. I hope it is clear. Right. Now, if I want to know what is depends upon the rate, the distribution, right? Histogram plot, I want to know. Right. Suppose if you look at this, I'm just getting this histogram on the rate. That means the distribution of the rate in the data in the data set that what we have. Here it is a rate distribution. That means the maximum number of movies and web series are distributed from the 6 to 8 or 9. Right. This is the count plot. This is histogram plot that what we got. So the maximum number of movies and web series are in the range of they are in the range rate are from the 6 to 8, right? That is what we will be getting. Suppose if I want to know what kind of certificate is highly there in the respective data set, right? So I want to look at on the that is certificate feature, right? So if I work on the certificate feature, so that we already got this information, right? By the describe, we already got this information that the rate that is a certificate with the restricted R is having higher count in the data set. Then after we have PG13, right? Then after we have the remaining movies here, remaining certified movies, right? So here by using these, we can understand that the movies and web series were of the certificate restricted, right? That means they are not inappropriate for the 17 and below 17 to watch. Yes, ma'am. Pandit, ma'am, do you will you please? Yes, thank you.
Sorry, sir.
Yeah, it's okay, ma'am. It's okay. It's okay. Fine. So one more thing here. Suppose if I want to know what are the movies are there from the PG13. I want to know the PG13 data set. What are the movies and what are the web series are from the PG13 certificate. So to get the PG13 certificate, I'm accessing these columns, this column and these rows, right? So here I am getting the whole PG13 certificate data. PG13 certificate data here what I have. Right. Now I want to look at the rate of it, how the rate is distributed. What is the rating of the respective movies and series for the respective certificate? Yes, by using the dist plot, you can say that those PG13 certificate movies or web series are distributed from around 5 to 8.5, maybe around, right? It is a right skewed. It is a right skewed distribution that what we have, right skewed graph that what we have. By using that we can understand it is a right skewed, right? So this is a kind of univariate analysis that what we did now. Now we can do the multivariate analysis or bivariate analysis. That means looking the relationship between the two features or two columns, right? Suppose I want to look at the relationship between the rate and the vote, how they are related with each other. So will you please tell me how they are related? how the rate and vote are related? If the rating is good for the respective movie, then it should have the more number of votes and vice versa, right? Am I right or not? Right. So that means
Yes,
if you look at this, scatter plot between the rate and vote, then you can get these kind of plot. Yes, by using this, we can understand that if the rate is about 8, 8.5 or 9 around thing, you will be having around 2.5. That means 2.5 into 1 into e power 6. That means around 25 lakh votes we will be getting for the respective movie. If the rating is more and the respective votes are more, but for there are some movies are there with the rating is more, but the less number of rating is good, but the rest there are less number of votes. There is a kind of outlier. We can say this is a kind of outlier, right? So they're highly related with each other. Vote and these what we say vote and rate. And to look at the relationship between the pair of features, pair of numerical features, moreover, we can get the correlation matrix. Okay, so the correlation matrix, it tells you about the relationship between the pair of two future that is what the numerical features, relationship between the two numerical features. So what are the numerical features that what we have? Rate, date, vote and duration. So you will be getting the relationship between among these rate and vote and duration, right? So we'll be getting these kind of relationship by using the correlation matrix. So this is what this is the way to create the correlation matrix imdb.df.corr, right? So the correlation matrix is going to be stored in the correlations. Now I am to visualize the correlation matrix. The best way to visualize the correlation matrix is a heat map. That is the best way to visualize the correlation matrix by using the heat map. So heat map, for the heat map data I am providing, it is a correlation matrix, and the remaining that is a color map and everything. If I run this here, this is the correlation. This is a heat map. We call this is a heat map. Suppose if we don't use the heat map, then we'll be getting only the correlation matrix. Suppose here, say correlations, then we will be getting these kind of data. We'll be getting the relationship between the date and date, rate and date, like this. But the best way to look at this correlation matrix is by using the heat map. Right now, the value which is darker, the cell which is more darker, they are highly correlated. The cell which is lighter in color, they are weakly correlated. Right now, by looking at the color here, the diagonal is 1. Why? Because date and date, rate and rate, vote and vote, duration and duration, they are obviously related to each other. It is a date and date, right? Now, if you look at this here, 0.14 is there, rate and duration. Here 0.27 is there, rate and vote that we already saw. It is a highly correlated. Vote and duration 0.3. So they are correlated somehow, right? So that one relation that we already know, that rate and vote, they are correlated somehow, right? There is a high rated movie is there, then the votes are very more for the respective movie or a web series, right? And by using this, we got some other relations also, like rate and duration. Depends upon the duration also, the rating may be changes. And the vote and duration depends upon the duration also, vote may be changes. This is a kind of relationship that what we have. By looking at this information, yes, we will be getting this. Now, here I want to ask some questions here. I want to know what are the top I want to know the top 10 films and web series are there as per the rating. Right. For that, I can use the enlarge. Right. Enlargest. Here, whatever the number I provide here, I will be getting those in many number of column. Those many number of rows will be getting. So top rated movies and web series I will be getting from this. If I click on this, these are the top rated films and web series. So the rating is changes from 9.7 to 9.2. It is in a descending order rate. Right. It is in a descending order. So now from this data frame, top rated data frame, I want to count the type of the respective data. That means how many there are films in the top rated data set, how many there are web series from the top rated data set. So if it is, I'm just counting it. Now, if I run this, with this, we can understood that most of the people are looking for the web series, not from the apart from the instead of films. So the top of among these 10, 8 are web series are there and 10 are films are there. So because of the COVID situation, right, we stopped going, we stopped ourselves to going to the theaters to watch the movies. We habituated to look at these web series only, right? So most of us, we are habituated to look at the web series. So from this top 10 data set, there are only there are web series are more compared to the films. Suppose here I want to know the top rated web series. If I run this code to get the top rated web series, here there are some list of 8 list of web series are there. So one of the web series is from our side, from our country, that is Scam 1992. The Harshad Mehta story is also listed there. Right. So suppose if I want to look at the top 10, I want to know about the films. So these are the films. Shashank Redemption and Toma. These are the films from the top 10. So this is a way of data analysis. Right? This is what we call it as exploratory data analysis, and we can do more on this. We can ask many more questions. We can get many more information out of it if I want to. As you can explore this like anything, right? So by after doing this exploratory data analysis, then we will be getting some idea about the data. Then by cleaning and doing all these things, we take this information to take this data to do the modeling, to work on the machine learning, right? So this is about the exploratory data analysis. I hope it is clear to you all, right? So if you are having any kind of doubt or something, feel free to ask me. And the data set and the notebooks are already given to you, right? Any doubt? Faculty, any doubt? Okay, I hope it is clear to you all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, thank you very much, sir. So then we need to go to this machine learning. We need to look at this linear regression now. So now even if I start the linear regression, it won't complete. So do we take a lunch break now, or shall I continue? We will meet again by 1:30. Is it okay?
Yes, I think it's okay.
Right. Okay, ma'am. Then we will be taking a lunch break now. We will meet by 1:30 again. So meanwhile, I
Okay.
request all of you to please register into these LMS. Right.
Okay, thank you.
So only 16 faculty are registered into the LMS. I request remaining faculty also to register into the LMS and complete the things whatever I told you to complete. Right. From the LMS, you need to complete the baseline assessment that we need to complete, and we need to give this feedback. Baseline assessment only 4 faculty completed till now, and feedback 1 only 9 faculty completed till now. Right, and the feedback 2 is also on, and you can fill the feedback 2 also. Right, feedback 3 will be open on tomorrow. You can fill the feedback 2 tomorrow. Right, so I request all of you to please complete the pending works that what we have. Right, so okay, then thank you all. We will be meeting again at 1:30.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you.